Hey guys, it's Ryan Steinelson with DIY AI. Hope you're doing well. It's Tuesday at 2 o'clock. And I'm going to be talking about what we always talk about here on Tuesday at 2 o'clock, which is conversational AI agents and how they can help you as a business owner to generate more conversions, to get more business for your business, to convert more of those inbound leads that are coming in, and to really just build cool things, have AI agents do things that your human employees are not able to do. So let me know what questions you have. You can post comments below the video wherever you're watching. I've got Read Backstage, and I am going live on Instagram, X, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook. Again, just post any questions you have. I do have a scheduled topic list that I'm going to be going through today. If I don't have anybody that wants to join the conversations today, then then I got Jeff as well in the background. So that's going to be fun to answer any questions that he has. And typically we get agency owners on the call because they want to know a little bit more about how to help their clients, or they want to know a little bit more about our software that helps businesses to to make better use of the local service ads platform, and also primarily to answer the phone and to provide a better response rate for the local service ads platform. A lot of people that have found me over the years have found me on YouTube, and they've watched a lot of content that I've made over the past almost 2 decades on YouTube, specifically about the topic of local service ads and how to leverage it to how to leverage that platform to really get the phone ringing. We just brought on a new client this week. It's a a client that couldn't answer the phone. They got answered only about 30% of their phone calls, or actually less. And now that we added an AI agent to their platform or to their phone calls, or to wherever they have their phone number, and now all their phones or their phone calls and their message leads and emails are being responded to within 30 seconds. So that's leading to a lot more conversions. Some people say that it's upwards of like 30% more conversions. I'm just going to post a few things, then I'll bring you on here. You can comment below, like I said. You can see the screen there. You can also text us or call us at 619-30. Oh, sorry, wrong information. At 561-861-3238. You can join our free school community at skool.com/DIY-AI. You can also go to our website at DIYAI.ai. And yeah, I mean, let me know what questions you have. We do have a software, like I said, that can solve a lot of problems for you. We can actually have it fill out the surveys for your local service ads clients. So anybody that's running local service ads, they can now, instead of the business owner having to listen to all those conversations, they can now have an AI agent listen to those calls and fill out surveys and give Google feedback on the quality of the calls, so that we can train their agent to basically send us the right type of leads. And we also can book calls with the AI agent. And actually, another new feature is that businesses are now getting extensions sent to them when they have message leads, and the extensions are added to the phone number that those business owners need to call in order to call back the person that's trying to get service. And if you don't have that extension, then you're not going to be able to call them back. So we actually send those extensions directly to the business owner via text and email. So we've provided all these different solutions to specifically make the local service ads platform better. Again, it's reviews, radius, response rate, and now refunds. Because when we fill out those surveys, we can get more refunds as well. So we do find that we can get typically 5 to 10% more refunds for business owners when we go through the survey process. So I'm going to add Jeff to stage here. How's it going, Jeff? Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely. How's it going? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I'm doing great. How about you guys?
Doing great. Yeah. Where you at?
I'm in the office today. Greets guy.
Oh, okay. And are you a business owner or agency owner?
So I'm looking to start my own business. Currently, I work a 9 to 5, kind of in the corporate environment. Looking to start with a side gig and build into something that it's going to eventually take over all my time.
Oh yeah.
So very much at the beginning portion. Yeah, we met briefly last week.
Yeah. Awesome. Glad you joined. Yeah. So what? I didn't. Yeah, you don't have your glasses on, so I didn't quite recognize you. But yeah, awesome. Um, so yeah, I know you are looking to learn more about like how you can help businesses, and
Mhm.
yeah, I mean it'd be really cool to see. Let's see. We've got Reed in the backstage as well. I'm trying to add you, Reed. Um, Let me know if you can. I don't know. I'm trying to add. I'm not able to add you, but anyway. Um, so yeah, let me know what questions you have. I can, if you have any, I'll answer those first. Anybody that's on the call with me gets priority, and then I will also go in and just go over the topics that that I have listed out in the agenda for today, which is typically just 3 topics, which I've got. So, any questions at all, Jeff?
Yeah, so something I'm very interested in doing, like kind of as like the starting portion of my business would be to do like servicing. And so bringing on a partner like yourself to like your system would fit perfectly into that, where I'm offering a phone system, an AI phone system that adds a lot of value. I can add a couple additional pieces. I'm curious, like if within DIY AI, if you guys have any other additional pieces to the puzzle that I can add in, or if there's any other like recommended partners that you'd have to add to the repertoire.
Yeah, that's a good question. So the DIY platform is a conversational AI agent that answers the phone for businesses and responds to message leads to increase the response time for businesses that are running specifically Google local service ads, or just for anybody that just wants to answer the phone faster, no matter what calls, where the calls are coming from. Um, on top of that, we've got what we now are calling LSA Command. So that's a new software that we've created that will do what I said in what I was saying just a second ago, which is it will the AI agent will listen to the phone call and it will identify the quality of the call, um, through listening to the conversation to rate the call on a scale of 1 to 5 to see like how good the quality of the call was. Um, I would show you the software right now, but I don't want to show people's phone numbers. Um, but it does identify exactly what that quality of those calls are, and it will also give feedback to the intake team. So if the intake team is not answering the phone correctly, or they're not closing the person or providing the right information, the AI agent will actually give feedback to the human intake as well. The AI agent will give feedback to itself. It'll actually analyze um, the calls that it's doing or that it's answering on its own. So that's a big service that you can provide to businesses that are already running local service ads. So if they're already running local service ads, we found that about 90% of them are not listening to the phone calls and they're not rating those leads. And therefore they're actually just throwing money out the window, because what they're not doing is they're not training the AI agent to understand the type of leads that business is looking for. Okay. So Google is an AI agent itself. So what we need to do is we need to give Google feedback through the API that we have access to. We've been given access to the API in order to send information simply and very efficiently over to Google local service ads to give Google feedback from our AI to its AI, so that it understands when we get good quality 5-star leads, basically. So we rate them on a scale of 1 to 5. So we if we get good leads, we let Google know. If we get bad leads, we let Google know. And that way Google will adjust the type of leads that it sends, And we also identify if the good leads book. So we give Google a stick, and we also give it a carrot. So we give it two ways to really understand the quality of leads that it's giving, and that's how we do it. And nobody else has created a software like this. Nobody else can because they don't have access to the API. We have access to the API. So as far as I know, we're the only agency in the world that actually has this technology and this type of a tool. Some businesses get hundreds of leads a week, and they're not filling out the surveys. They're not telling Google the type of leads they want. For example, we have a lot of business owners that just do mobile brakes. They're auto repair guys, and they just do mobile brakes, but they list themselves under the category of auto repair. And what Google will do, the AI will do, is it'll send them a lot of leads that are actually not mobile brake leads. And so it's important, even though we identify that business owner only wants mobile brake leads, it's important to let Google know when they're sending and that business owner is getting leads that are not mobile brake, and it actually improves the leads over time. And so it's only through that feedback process that you're able to achieve that. And we typically see a 20 to 30% increase in the quality of leads, meaning you literally the quality of leads will go from a 3-star lead to a 4-star lead on average. That's a big increase. So, and sometimes we even see as high as almost a 40% increase, meaning it would go from a 3-star to a 5-star on average, or a 2-star to a 4-star on average across all the leads they're getting. So that means on average they were getting, let's say, 2-star leads. Now they're getting 4-star leads on average. That's a big difference. And then on top of that, we typically will give them Google will give them a credit of between 5 and 10% of the leads that we survey. So they'll give them money back because we actually give Google feedback on those leads. So this is a really big benefit, and so that's the response rate. So there's 4 R's: reviews, radius, response rate, and there's refunds now. Actually, it's 4 R's. So the response rate is number 1, reviews is number 2. So we've got a way to help people get reviews, and then the radius is another component of our system where, in the Google Local Service Ads platform, there's no way to identify the exact service area that a business owner wants to cover. So what we've done is we've created a way for somebody to draw an exact polygon of the area on a map that they want to cover. And then what our system does is it goes out and it finds all of the zip codes, all the cities, and all the counties that are in that polygon. And then it will upload all of those cities, counties, and zip codes to Google, so that it's a very precise service area. Or they can identify an address and then say, we want to service an area of 30 miles or 40 miles around that center point. And it'll identify all the cities, counties, and zip codes. Previously, you had to add each one of those cities, counties, and zip codes one by one. It was a pain in the butt. It would take hours, if not days, to do it correctly. And inevitably, you'd miss a couple. And it was almost impossible to add all of them. Now, you can have the perfect radius service area. It's the perfect service area with all the zip codes, because if you don't identify all the zip codes, then you will not show up for the zip codes. If somebody says mobile auto repair or mobile brake repair 34994, if you don't put that zip code in your service area, you won't show up for it. And so this is why it's important to identify every single zip code in the service area that you can imagine how many zip codes are in some of these service areas. So that's the second way that we help businesses. We help businesses get reviews by being able, for having these businesses be able to send out a review request via an AI agent, making a phone call and asking for a review, and then even sending over a suggested review when it gets the person on the phone. So it's a very powerful system. And then the final one is the refunds. So we help people get refunds through the survey process. So so that's really it. That's the additional. So the AI agent by itself is $397, and LSA Command, which is the tools that make like filling out the surveys, and that's $197 a month. So both is together is $497 a month. It's $500 a month for a business owner. So that's really it. And I can yeah, what other questions do you have?
I'm curious, is there, so it sounds like there's definitely a lot around like the phone conversation, like calling in and getting that directed to the right person and having effective leads inbound. Is there also a connection to like the website? Like if they click on Google, they're looking up breaks or whatever, they find the person, they click on the Google lead. You can make the call, or when you go to the website, is there also an integration where you're able to like maybe have a chatbot come up and it's still trying to like intake that lead and get you to a person if they're surfing the website?
Yeah, that would just be the Google agent by itself. That would be the 297. That would just be the conversational AI agent by itself.
Got it.
Yep. Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, I mean, I'll go through some of these specific topics, and then I'll give you some time to kind of think about any other questions that you have. So the title was, $0 workforce, $0 per hour workforce, how to build a multi-agent empire that runs your entire business. So now people are building, businesses are building, or agencies are building for their clients, chat agents, or agents, not chat agents, but just agents that actually get things done. After the conversation happens, it's what happens after that. And that's one of the things that we're doing, for example, with a mole hunting company. So this mole hunting company, they're mole pest control up in Ohio. It's called the Mole Hunter. So what they do is they, as you would expect, they help people fix their mole issues. So moles, they dig up lawns, they make them look, really bad. So people want to get rid of moles. So what we're building is an AI agent for them that not just takes the phone call or has the chat on the website with somebody that's looking to get the service. Once that agent starts the conversation, what it does is it qualifies them. And then once the agent identifies that the person's qualified in their service area, etc., then it'll say, okay, now let's work on getting you an invoice. The second step will be, okay, how much, what is the actual amount that we should be charging you, or the cost of the invoice that we should be sending you. So that's the second step, is, okay, identification of the problem, then identifying, okay, how many moles do you have? And the person, what it will do is the agent will ask, how many square feet is the mole area, are the moles in? And then based on that, it'll use a spreadsheet of various invoicing that they'll do based on the square footage. And the agent will figure out, based on the square footage the person's given, how much the invoice should be. It'll then send that invoice to the person via a e-sign. So that's the second step, really, is the e-sign being sent to the person. Once the person e-signs, then we'll actually schedule an appointment. That's the third step, is scheduling the appointment. So these are all steps in the process that would typically be handled by humans. So that's the workflow. So this is what people and businesses really need to understand, is this concept of what is that workflow in your business. That's the first step that I would be taking right now if I was a business owner trying to integrate AI into my business. Number one, I would build out or create or have an agency that creates chat agents like we do, build a conversational AI agent so that you can start the conversation with somebody with that AI agent that can then start doing things. And that's where I came to in what I was talking about today, is this is the chat agent era. This is the agent era. Agents that do things through typing prompts. or through just conversations. And it's not just a chatbot era where people, create prompts around with a chat agent, and then people just interact with it. In 2026, the winners in this AI era is they're building multi-agent systems, meaning you've got that chat agent that then turns into an agent that does the invoicing, and that does the e-sign, and that does the calendar scheduling, which is a fleet of specialized employees that talk to each other, share data, and execute entire departments while you sleep. So that's what this is going to do. It's going to replace many, different people. So it's orchestrated autonomy. And so basically, what I'm trying to show you guys is how to stop managing tasks and start managing agents. And so the shift is really to multi-agent workforces. And that's what I was, that's what I just gave you the example of for the Mole Hunter company. Instead of the AI doing everything, 2026 is about task-specific agents collaborating through a central brain. One agent that handles the conversation, the other one that handles, that next one that handles the invoicing, the next one that handles the e-signature, and the next one that handles the calendar scheduling. And then after that, it's the calendar scheduling, and then it's following up to get the review. And then after that, it's sending every 6-month reminder. How's your moles coming along? Do you want us to come back out again? Do you want to do the $30 a month plan that covers automatically, like insurance, the moles that you have, so that we just come out automatically, and the AI agent would talk to somebody about that. And that agent can be accessed either through email, through voice, through chat on the website, or through text. So so the result is companies adopting multi-agent systems that are reporting 60 to 80% reduction in routine task handling time. So this is really just about like reducing the routine tasks that people are doing. And so that's the first topic that I wanted to talk about. The second is small language models, enterprise power on a budget. So big models like ChatGPT, they do a lot. They can handle a lot. But small language models like Mistral or 5.4 are specialists. They're 10 to 100 times cheaper to run, offer near zero latency, and can be hosted locally to keep your customer data 100% private. So this is something that you can actually even host these on a phone. So these like local, large, small language models, yes, they can be hosted on a phone, so that if you're, imagine being able to download an app that has a small language model in it, where the data needs to be private. Imagine a plastic surgeon, or one that maybe a physician, where patient information is very important. You can, a doctor can send a small language model app over to somebody. They could download it, and that app could do things like show them what they would look like if they had a plastic surgery done. That doesn't go to the cloud. The large language models don't train on it because it's not a large language model. It's a small language model that is just living on your phone. So the results are specialized small language models that are now achieving 35% fewer critical errors in regulated industries compared to generic large language models. So they're very specific. So there's not a lot of chance. They're trained to make it so that the conversations don't go off the rails, because there's basically like a knowledge base built into them that is industry specific. So imagine building apps, any apps for any purpose, maybe a dentist, maybe a contractor that sends an app to somebody where that app can be used maybe for people out in the field to take a picture of somebody's house remotely where the person doesn't have access to the internet. Okay, that field worker does not have access to the internet, so they just take a picture of the person's house, and they want to they're there with the person that they're meeting with on a consult, and that person has an image of what they want. So the person that they're meeting with that wants the pool in the backyard sends the field rep via airdrop or something, via email, an image of the pool. That field rep has an app that where he can take a picture of where that pool needs to be and blend it with the pool that the person wants and make it so that that person can see what the pool would look like in their backyard. And there's no access to the internet that's needed. It's all done with that small language model that's living on the app that the field person out in the field has on their phone. Okay. So I hope that makes sense. So that's the second topic I wanted to talk about: asynchronous leadership using Notebook Large LM as a content factory. So the Notebook LM just upgraded its audio overview and video overview features. You can now upload your brand guide and logos to generate branded slide decks, training podcasts, and even explainer videos directly from your source notes. This is a big deal. So business owners are using this to generate drive time briefings for their managers, turning dry reports into conversational audio in less than 5 minutes. So, this is really a very powerful way to learn. I think one of the most underused tools that AI has is its ability to be able to teach based on the knowledge that you give it, the contextual knowledge that you give it, so that it teaches you very specifically on, let's say, videos that you give it from YouTube, or like it's saying here, logos or branded slide decks or training podcasts. So that's really all of this can be uploaded to generate briefings, training that you could listen to anywhere you want as if it was a podcast. And it's very specific based on the knowledge base that you've given it. That's really the biggest benefit of Notebook LM, is it basically, if you think about it, it's a knowledge base builder tool. They're calling the knowledge bases notebooks. That's what Notebook LM. It's the translation is each notebook is its own knowledge base. So you build knowledge bases that you want to learn about, or that you want to create videos about, or PowerPoints about, or infographics about, or FAQs about, or quizzes about. And the beauty is that you upload it and it learns from it, and that's it. And then you just you can create all this content very quickly, and it's really powerful. So let me know if anybody has any questions. Hold on. Definitely. Okay, cool. So what do you think, Jeff? Any questions?
No, I think that makes a ton of sense. A couple of things you're talking about. I have someone that I'm interested in marketing you guys out to as a pool cleaning business. It's a really small run shop. It's like 3 people in the entire business. And they're going to hire out new technicians to actually go out and like clean the pools for this upcoming season. So I think like this, generally speaking, could be like a good tool to make that process go really smooth for them.
Yeah, I mean, typically, Jeff, like those guys, like the pool cleaning. First of all, I would make sure that those guys are running local service ads, and I'm going to show you. So let me just share my screen. So share screen, entire screen. No, you know what? I'm going to show my phone here. I want you to see on my phone because I think the phone is the best way. So I think, yeah. So this is and who referred me to you?
Nathaniel.
Nate. That's right.
Media.
Yeah.
Yep.
Of course, Nate is, he's the connector for sure. Let me know when you can see. Okay, so SUCCS. Okay. Connect. Okay, what area is this person in?
Atlanta.
Atlanta?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he said right now he has a phone system that it's like $100 a month. And so I think like this is gonna be a more premium option, but I think it could like overall it, it could multiply the business for him.
Oh my gosh. I mean, so what kind of service is $100 a month? It's not a human.
Yeah, exactly. I think that he's getting upcharged for some things he's not even using. So there's definitely opportunity there.
Well, I mean, what? Here's my question: what's his conversion rate? Is if and how many calls does he? I mean, you get what you pay for. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're paying $100, what is it actually doing? Is it actually answering the phone and providing value to the person that's calling? Because our agents will answer the phone and they're as good as a human and they sound like a human. So I'm going to
Yeah,
go to Atlanta.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. And
so
then, go ahead.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm definitely interested in learning more of the specifics of everything. I was going to sit down and do more like a thorough discovery with them. And like I just wanted to get because I'm going to show up to your training. I think tomorrow morning you're doing those to get better understanding things. But yeah, the more I can get to know about all this, the more I'll be able to have a better conversation with them.
So this is what I would do. I mean, this is what I mean. This if they really want to get phone calls, this is where I would show up if I was a pool cleaning company in Atlanta. These are the businesses at the top of Google that are getting all the phone calls, especially Georgia Pool Cleaning. 136 reviews, 45 years in business. I mean, and you can only call them, so there's an opportunity there because they don't have message leads turned on. But if I show more, I'm going to show you what the opportunity is here. So if I go to more pool cleaners, so here's where you find out. Typically replies in an hour. Look at that. And all these others are not even getting enough leads to even identify. See, he's taking message leads, but he hasn't gotten enough message leads to to have this show up. So if we had this guy start running local service ads and show up in this section, we could make him open 24/7 because our AI agent would allow him to do that. This guy closes at 5. Okay. So they could take leads 24/7, like Nate was telling you about. Look, none of these guys are open 24 hours. None of them. Only this guy is. So we could win on the 24/7. We could have them win on taking message leads. We could have them win because they're going to be able to respond within minutes or seconds as opposed to an hour, but with the AI agent. And yeah, I mean, they could win like that right there will make it so that they are the ones showing up who are Google or Georgia Pool Cleaning is, because that's how Google decides who shows up here is how quickly do you respond to the inbound calls and the inbound message leads. That's how Google determines who shows up at the top. That, and are they training the Google AI agent based on the leads that they're getting? Are they giving those surveys to Google to identify the quality of the leads? I guarantee you that Georgia Pool Cleaning is not doing it. Also, have they identified the exact service area that they cover with a polygon? I guarantee you that they haven't. So there's areas they're missing. These are all things that our software solves. So I would run through that when I did it. If I did an audit for this guy, I don't know if they're showing up here. Are they one of these?
No, it's Perez Pools.
Okay.
I haven't seen him there at all. I think the potentially like he might not be pushing it too hard because they are a relatively smaller shop and he's like intentionally small. So like he might not be trying to push hard to get like a ton of traffic. But I have to talk more about that with him.
Okay. Look, he would do great because he's got the number of reviews that he needs. He's got a 4.9 star rating. He's already taken message leads here, and he's not open 24/7. And yeah, he's doing pretty good with his. Let me just see. Hold on, let me go back here. So The other way that they could show up is down here on the maps. And right now, he's not showing up as one of the top 3 on the maps. So that's the opportunity, man. He could really, he serves Sandy Springs. So let me get more specific and say pool cleaning Sandy Springs. Right here. There you go. So they're showing up in Sandy Springs, but that's a very small area. So the question is how many jobs are they getting right now, and how many can they take? Can they take more? Are they able to take more? If they can, great. If not, I wouldn't waste your time. I mean, so that's the first thing, is find out, do they want to grow?
Yeah.
So they are actually, by the way, they are running local service ads. They're just running it here in this. Okay, this is very important. So they're running local service ads, Jeff. They're running it in Sandy Springs. And so they could use LSA Command, because we could use LSA Command with them to give Google feedback on the leads that they're getting, and to give them money back. They could get money back through refunds. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they show up down here on Google Business. So they don't show up on Google Business as one of the top 3.
Yeah. Yeah. Where like my pitch to him would be like, cause I think he's a little inundated, like, cause he's got hands on the work himself. Like if I could get him like focusing on like hiring and expanding the business and taking him away from like having to deal with the admin stuff plus everything else, like this would probably be something that would make him more open to growth.
Yeah, we can save him a lot of time and energy. So I would really focus with him. I mean, take the answering the phones off of his hands. And I think this is a really good opportunity. I would definitely talk to him about making his local service ads better. I would be willing to let him use the LSA Command on a trial basis for a week, so he could see how it works for free. And we could go from there. But what other questions do you have?
The majority of my questions are all about like sort of the nuts and bolts, like getting a better understanding of the entire process. Cause he's a close friend of mine, and I sort of want to use him as like a tester of like, all right, this is how I'll have this conversation in regards to this particular product and everything like that. And so I'll then want to market myself out and try and find more opportunities past that. So I kind of want to like learn it, apply it with him. He's kind of like the guinea pig, and then I can kind of expand from there.
Okay. Well, let me know if you want to get on a call with him. I'd be glad to do that. And looking forward to helping you in any way that I can. I do have another call tomorrow for a workshop for accelerated marketing. It's at 2:00 Eastern, same time. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, again, you can go to our school community and continue the conversation there. It's skool.com/DIY-AI. You can text me at 561-861-3238. And you can go to our website, like it said on the screen there, DIYAI.ai. And let me know what questions you have. And really appreciate you jumping on, Jeff, today. And let me know how else I can help you.
Yeah, absolutely. Is the training happening at 9?
There's 9. Let's see.
Tomorrow morning.
Oh, you can jump on that call. Yeah, that's going to be with like the agency owners. Yeah.
Sweet. And that's like running through the product.
Yeah, it's going to get exactly. Exactly. So I will add you on WhatsApp there to that group.
Sweet. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Awesome. I'll see you.
Oh, and text me if I don't text me again. Add me on WhatsApp or ping me on WhatsApp if you can. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Thanks. See ya.
Yep. You too.
All right.